Is that a horse? Or... Thank you for subscribing, Corno's Bestie. Where am I? So I managed to get my, sorry, I'm already very scared. My PS4 controller to work with this game, unlike with the Silent Hill 2, so... And what's this? Something strange in a cagey box thing. A person? Not quite. I don't really want to stare at it for very long, whatever it is. How's the audio for everybody? A rabbit doll. No, it's a costume. Is there someone in there? It looks like there is, but I don't feel like making sure. So, you'll notice, I haven't played this game before, but again, I've been kind of researching things and seeing how things work, and I wanted to know the symbology behind everything. I know symbology is not a real word, it's a joke. You'll notice that there's this grain effect on everything that's making it look more blurry than it should. I think the grain effect is supposed to symbolize how deep she is within the magical nightmare that is put on her by Alyssa, her original, I guess, soul split. I don't quite understand it. Again, this is a half-blind playthrough, so I'm going to be explaining things as I understand them and try to interpret them as I see fit, but this is supposed to be her first deep dive dream, so the grainy film effect is at its most intense here. It's a giant rabbit costume. Why would this be here? What the... A huge map signboard to the north. That is, if I keep going the way I'm facing, I'll find the roller coaster. Is this an amusement park? Weird amusement park. Weird amusements. What the... I kind of like the grain effect because I think as we get to higher fidelity versions of the game, we see things that we're not exactly supposed to see clearly, because in the PS2 era everything was kind of grainy because you're playing it most likely on a CRT, maybe a flat screen, and this grain effect, it brings back that level of good I would say, to the screen. I don't have a map of this area. It's a weird sound. It's locked, it's broken, I can't open the door. Did I know about Silent Hill 1? Like, I have not played it, but I do know the general plot points of the Silent Hill 1, which I know Silent Hill 3, the game we're playing, is a direct sequel to, and I know that a man goes there because his daughter's having nightmares, or is that from in the game? Or something, and she goes back and they find out it's her daughter's split thing, and the cult happens, and at the very end, in the best ending, he finds another baby, which is the main protagonist to this game, Heather. It's a row of shirts for sale. I don't think they'd help me at all. It's a rabbit stuffed animal here. The mouth part is stained red. Almost like blood stains. Disgusting. It's a row of shirts for sale. I don't think they'd help me at all. There's somebody using a chainsaw outside, and I keep thinking it's coming from the game. There's lots of different styles, but I don't really want any of them. I'm getting out of this nasty place. If they had any tools now, that'd be a different story. There's a rabbit stuffed animal here. I really think it's amazing how I feel like I play a lot of PS2 games that have better quality textures than games I see even today. And I don't know, I think that's kind of interesting. What? No, go away, please. Sir, ma'am, whatever you are. No. I don't know what that is, I don't know. It's locked. So I know this game is based a lot about pregnancy, so if that kind of topic freaks you out a lot, I recommend piecing out. And also, I'm going to assume it's about forced pregnancy as well. So you can tell that the film grain right here is at its absolute maximum to symbolize extreme depth into the nightmare. A lot of detail in this moment, because I think that necklace is supposed to be important, but imagine being a PS2 developer and being like, yeah.
What a nightmare.
Dad, it's me. Yeah. Sorry I didn't call sooner. Yeah, I guess I was. Anyway, I'm coming home now. Oh, I didn't get that thing you asked me to. Okay. Okay, I will. I love you too, Dad.
That guy's a creep.
Heather, I need to speak with you. My name is Douglas Cartwright. I'm a detective.
A detective? Really? Well, nice talking to you.
Hold on. There's someone that wants to meet you. Just let me have an hour. No, half an hour of your time.
My daddy always told me not to talk to strangers.
This is very important. It's about your birth.
I'm not interested. Are you still following me? Do I have to scream?
Sorry. I'll wait here.
Thank you for subscribing, Bisected Brioche. I think it's amazing how, like, his face texture is so detailed. And I remember thinking when I went from PS2 to the PS3 and Xbox 360, I was like, why does everything not look as good as PS2 games for the longest time? And I understand that they went from small, confined environments to bigger environments, so they had to make the sacrifice of textures. It's just, I really feel like PS2 was a great era for the graphics. All great. You ever go to the women's bathroom and someone just smudged their menstrual blood all over the, like, fucking mirror? The mark on this mirror, it looks so familiar somehow. How's the audio levels, by the way? What do I know it from? Where did I once see it? And why does my head hurt so much when I try to remember it? Save complete. That's right, everyone. I'm playing on easy. Guess someone's in there. No, out the window. Classic teenager style. You know what I really like about her design is that it's very conservative for the time. She is 17 and she's underage, but what I find interesting about this is that in this game, everyone wants to make her pregnant or whatever, and that's a very sexual thing in my opinion, and she's dressed very conservatively. And she also kind of reminds me of Max Caulfield in a way. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but after playing Silent Hill 1 and 2, I do realize that there's a lot of influences of Silent Hill onto Life is Strange that I never realized before, and I'm really glad I'm playing these games now. In the time period that she was being created, most female protagonists were very sexual, even if they were teenagers. I remember Lollipop Chainsaw came out a few years later, but Lollipop Chainsaw I think is a teenager, and she's very sexual. So it's just interesting to see a character that is simultaneously dressed femininely, but also in a non-sexual way. She looks nice and everything. You can tell she's, you know, feminine, but she's just chill. Oh, and by the way, I'm not talking shit about Lollipop Chainsaw. It's a very fun game, and I didn't mean to say anything bad about it. think when people complain like, oh, female characters these days, they're not sexual enough. I've seen it done by one angry gamer, and I don't agree with much of what one angry gamer says, but I think it's cool to have characters like Heather, where they're a dynamic person and they don't need to be like that. At the same time, I don't mind sexy characters as well, because my feminist brain's like, respect women. My bisexual brain is like, but boobies, I want them here. You know? I think it's a complicated topic where there's no easy answer to it, but people want an easy answer. This place looks like a halfway point between the nightmare world or otherworld and the real world, if that makes sense. What is that sound? That's a vagina.
Stay back! Get the hell away from me! What the hell is this thing?
Oh, what's this? The revolution of something. That must be a reference to something. Wait, it's unlocked? Oh, is this where I came from? Yeah, hold on. Should we go this way? Oh, is that a map? Central Square Shopping Center. I got the shopping mall map. I have no ammo. Shit. No smoking. Oh, thank God, the power of bread is protecting me. There are no employees around. I wonder where they all went. Dude, I wonder if all the monsters are gluten intolerant and that's why it's safe here. It's bread. But I'm not really hungry, so I guess I don't need to worry about it. It's bread. Dude, no one's here. Steal the bread. Nothing has... and I've never seen delicious bread and thought, oh, well, I'm not really hungry, so I guess I don't need it. I'm usually just like... I'm not completely so... Whoa! I guess I gotta run the other way. No! Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. You guys can fucking do that. Oh, no. Ugh, these controls. Natalie's shoes? Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone, weird thing that looks like a cervix. Those things, I think that thing looks like a cervix to me. I don't know if people are, Oh. Hold on. Oh my god, die. There's lots of stuff posted here, but nothing useful. It looks like a magic circle I remember reading about in a book on black magic. Does it seem so familiar because I read a book about it? Does it seem so familiar because I read about it in that book? No, that's not it. It's not the book, it's from the altar. Altar. What am I thinking? Something's fallen between the table and the floor. I think it might be a key. If my arms were a little longer, I might be able to reach it. There's a huge pile of cardboard boxes on the table, full of books. It's way too much of a pain to move something that heavy. A lot of these traumas are related to Alyssa and her pain and her suffering. And Alyssa was severely abused by her mother. I got a pair of tongs. So imagine your life is totally fine, but you hold in your soul the traumas of another person. Wouldn't that be kind of confusing? Because I'm pretty sure the love that Harry gave Heather... Excuse me? Saying that these look like penises. Honestly, yeah, I can see that, but I also see that they kind of look like cervixes. I don't know if you've ever seen a cervix, but they are round like this and pale because they're inside of your body and kind of weird looking, and they have a bigger hole. So the cervix, in case you don't know, is inside the vaginal canal, and it's often what doctors are doing. This is for people who have a vagina or don't have a vagina. The cervix is the tiny opening into your uterus, and that's where the sperm goes into to impregnate you. So if you look in, like from the doctor's point of view, when they're checking your vaginal canal and you have a cervix, that's what they're seeing. That's what it looks like. And that's why gynecologists are paid so much, because every time they look in someone's vagina, they have a view into Silent Hill. Sorry to be so graphic about, you know, cervixes, but we're playing a game that's all about penises and vaginas, so I mean... Yeah, so the chat's saying I just Googled it, and you're right. See? That's what a cervix looks like. Everyone's like, penises, penises, penises. I'm like, no, go deeper. It's a cervix. Okay, now that I have the key... This key was dropped in the storeroom. I used the tongs to get it. Usually it's because I took my... Oh, no! Anti-anxieties because my dog is sick and it was really stressing me out. Okay, let's see. There are magazines on the shelf. Some of them look interesting, but it's really not the time. It's really not the time for that. Whoa. For some reason, that poster in the upper slight right with the eyes looking right at the camera has really scared me. Ooh. Is that creepy occult books? I got a Shakespeare anthology too. Ooh, anthology 3. Okay. This is the only place where that's any room left. Should I just line up the books I picked up off the floor? Okay. Is that the puzzle? I chose difficulty level 1. I mean, difficulty level normal. I chose normal difficulty. Oh, it looks like it makes a shape, actually. Huh. Oh. They definitely improved the UI here. Because in the previous game I had to go back into my menu. 7425. Cool. 7425. People are saying on the hard difficulty setting it's extremely unhack. It's just impossible. 7, 2, 4, 5. We did it! No? No, wait, it's 7, 4, 2, 5. It's unlocked.
Hey, wait! What's going on? Where is everybody? Those weird monsters?
They have come to witness the beginning. The rebirth of paradise, despoiled by mankind.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know? Your power is needed.
How should I know?
I am Claudia.
So what?
Remember me, and your true self as well. Also, that which you must become. The one who will lead us to paradise with blood-stained hands.
Claudia, right? Did you do all this?
It was the hand of God.
I don't get it. What does she want me to remember?